we have to be careful in calling someone a scumbag and using that to then justify our poor treatment of them or our poor speech towards them. Because as we saw earlier...
Who are we calling a scumbag? I missed that portion.
Well, he said when you're a scumbag, sometimes if somebody is a scumbag, you should go in on them, right?
The ones that took him out? Is that who were...
No.
Oh, just in general.
Just in general. Like if someone is a scumbag, you need to handle them. I'm not talking specifically about Charlie Kirk. I'm just saying, like,
bro, what do we do with criminals?
The statement was made, like,
you guys
if someone's a scumbag, we should be able to talk to them, whatever. Well, we just had disagreement, and I know we disagreed on a lot, but it was very respectful disagreement, right? But what is to stop someone from calling you a scumbag because you disagree with them? Like
they do. They go even fucking beyond. Look at what they did to Charlie Kirk. He's a fascist. He's an authoritarian. He's a sexist. He's a racist. He's a Nazi. Hold on.
He has said some very racist things, though.
Posthumously,
okay,
though?
like what? Hold on. No. Hold on.
He has said some very racist things.
What did he say? What did Charlie Kirk say that was racist?
There was a few, but
give me one.
The biggest thing was talking about affirmative action and referencing Michelle Obama and Ketanji Brown, and there was one more person, and he said that they don't have the brain capacity to think in that way, and that now. Don't get me wrong, because I'm speaking...
Why isn't that a sexist statement?
But I'm...
No.
It could be, but he was saying it in the context of them being black, not them being women. So if it was about them being women, then it would be a sexist statement.
The words came out of his mouth. The words came out of his mouth, in essence, because these people are black, they are stupid? Because, for example, like, I could say they're Democrats. Why can't it just be like he thought they were stupid because they're Democrats?
Because that wasn't what they were talking about. They were talking specifically about affirmative action and them getting in and taking a white person's spot because they don't have the brain power to do that otherwise. He literally said that. And that's not a word for word quote, but that was a racist thing. Now, I am speaking as someone who is very inspired by Charlie Kirk and how he spoke faithfully, boldly, and how he spoke boldly.
DEI, it's the DEI hires.
It's the DEI
hire.
That's Find the clip.
Just look up Charlie Kirk DEI.
And I think that's the thing is we have to understand that this is not a one-sided discussion. This is a nuanced discussion. And there are certain things that you can disagree with someone about and that you can agree with someone about. I disagreed with his stance on the video that I'm referencing. Disagreed with that. But as a Christian woman, I love the fact that he is pro-family and pro-biblical family. I love the fact that he is anti-abortion. I love the fact that he goes by a biblical standard on certain things. But other things, I cannot agree with him on. I think what was the
racist thing he said? Like, what did he actually say?
Well, I mean, we can find the clip if you want, but to imply that somebody is there because they take a white person's spot because they do not have the brain power to be there otherwise is crazy, and especially as an athlete who is a black woman who went to a predominantly white and very predominant school like Vanderbilt. And was intelligent enough to be there and succeed there, like, that'd be crazy for someone to say, oh, well, she can't be there. Like, she's the diversity hire there or whatever. Like, that'd be wild. Or she doesn't have the brain power or the brain capacity to exist in those spaces.
I saw a young black gentleman on TikTok talking about how Charlie had reached out to him years ago. It was on TikTok. It was on a different social media platform, and I said, you'd be great in our cause and this, that, and the other. And the young man said, I don't have the money to get to this, whatever the conference was. And Charlie said, we have scholarships available. So this young black man, who's now like an older black.
I have to interrupt.
Lol Paladins donated $1,000.
Give me
If
another
you
bottle
wanted
of champagne,
someone
please.
to deliver their message in a kind and considerate manner, you shouldn't have killed Charlie Kirk.
Hey,
He was
just forget it, Nick.
respectful
I'm just
and
gonna
they
move
killed
on.
him because of
Just forget it.
because he was effective.
Yo, Law Paladin, sorry for the delay on pulling this up. You're a fucking legend, sir. Thank you, dude. Champagne, do you want to finish your thought?
It was just the fact that I was buying into because of her rhetoric with telling me what her thoughts were on Charlie, and we were at vastly different vantage points here, opinion points. But I saw this young black man on TikTok talking about how Charlie reached out and made things happen, and because of that opportunity where Charlie said he had this scholarship, he changed this man's life. Now, I only saw one thing, and I did see that they were calling him the Black Malcolm X. And I had to explain to my 14-year-old, well, during the civil rights movement and the Jim Crow movement, you know, we had the loss of Malcolm X. We had the loss of Martin Luther King Jr. We had the loss of Medgar Evers. And Charlie, like, I'm trying to explain to her the trajectory of what happens when people are trying to bridge the gap and stand up. So anyway, there were a bunch of people on TikTok, but maybe they're isolated incidents. I don't know. But I didn't see the racism.
Well, Candace Owens, is one of his best friends, and she happens to be black, and, you know.
Did
so
she say?
I'm not,
Did she say that too?
So, no, and I'm
Wait,
not saying
really quick. It says, he said they got the position because they were black, but didn't have the skills. He did not say they didn't have the skills because they are black. Not the same thing. According to that guy. I don't know.
Yeah, but he referenced the fact that they don't have the brain capacity. Like,
Oh, the camera? Okay. Sorry.
so regardless, like, I'm not saying that he is a horrible person and he hated black people and all of those things. I'm saying that there are certain things that he said that were problematic to a certain
She said that to me too.
to certain people, right? And the way he said it at times does not help those specific people like and respect him. Now, because I also have the identity of a black woman, and I have the identity of a Christian. And so in my identity as a black woman, his statement in that video was very disturbing. It was very off-putting as that person. In my identity as a Christian, though, I respect him for a lot of reasons, for his boldness in sharing his faith and for his stand on issues that are not popular to speak about, right? And so I am torn in those two identities, but because I have prioritized my Christian identity over my black identity, because that's what the Bible calls me to do, then I can look at him, I can revere him, I can look up to him, but that doesn't mean I forget the other ways that he is problematic to me and people like me.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, and that's something I can't speak to.
Right.
All
But
right.
I'm not
Sorry,
trying to
guys.
say,
Sorry,
oh,
guys.
he's a
Sorry,
raging
guys.
racist.
Gotta
Yeah.
move it on.
I didn't say that.
There's